Hey guys, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today this is going to be another Why I Shipped video. I know it's been a while since last time I made one of these. I think the last one I made was like Why I Shipped Nathan and Chloe. But yeah, I am back once again with another Why I Shipped video. This time, this is going to be a ship that I quite never really talked about on the channel. That being Brooklyn x Darius, or Darius x Brooklyn. Now, folks, this is actually going to be a very interesting story. But at first, I've never really shipped these two characters. To be honest with you folks, when I first watched Camp Cretaceous, I just kind of found the human character designs to be very hideous. Let's just say. And I just found the characters just kind of annoying. The only parts that I enjoyed were the dinosaur scenes. Like the Indominus Rex, chasing our heroes, and all that stuff. But over time, the characters started to grow on me. But the first one being Brooklyn, of course. Brooklyn was the number one character that grew on me the most, actually. She was a very interesting character to watch, and seeing her to be right 2 times, like, when Sammy stole Brooklyn's phone in order to delete the video of her taking Sinoceratops DNA, like, at first I found it really annoying, and I honestly thought that no one was going to believe her through the entirety of Season 1. But eventually, it was revealed later on that Sammy did steal Brooklyn's phone. Originally, Sammy was going to give it back, but when she fell, the phone broke. And as a result, everyone assumed that Sammy broke the phone. And throughout the series, Brooklyn has been kind of hating on Sammy until she learned to forgive her and just kind of accept the fact that it was just a phone. The second time with her being right about something was, well, the 2 hunters. Those 2, I honestly found a little suspicious from the very start. So, seeing Brooklyn being right for a second time was kind of funny. And ever since then, I think the campers, from now on, started to believe what Brooklyn was going to say now. Now they knew not to judge her and believe that she's wrong about something. Just like, when this girl notices something suspicious, that's when you start to believe her. And honestly, Brooklyn became a very, very interesting and very likable character, honestly. Now, what about Darius? At first, I just kind of found him very annoying and just a typical dinosaur nerd. No offense, Scylla 2000, if you're watching this video. But, over time, like I said with Brooklyn, Darius grew on me. He grew on me because we spent the first couple of minutes of, well, Season 1 with Darius, witnessing him losing his father and now being forced to somewhat be a leader of a group of campers and making all the hard decisions. And I like the interactions between Brooklyn and Darius, honestly. I like how these 2 characters both make each other feel good, feel like really, really good characters. One character makes another feel, well, good. One character makes another change another in a very different way. They change each other in very different ways, honestly. And seeing Brooklyn and Darius truly having more interactions with each other than Brooklyn and Kenji, that says a lot. honestly. I don't know why Brooklyn chose to be in a relationship with Kenji and not with Darius. He was the number one person that she interacted with the most. Sure, the past few times, he didn't believe her when she was suspicious about something. Besides of that, they had really great interactions with each other. My favorite moment with these two characters really getting along was when Kenji was pulling pranks on them, and Brooklyn and Darius freaking put on glasses and be like, okay, it's war now. That was just by far the best moment of those two characters, honestly. And don't worry, folks, I'm not going to spoil what happened in Season 2, so don't worry. You'll just have to watch Season 2 in order to know how those interactions went between Brooklyn and Darius. But yeah, I honestly ship Brooklyn and Darius because of their interactions and how the way they truly impact another character, like how the way they impact each other. And like freaking watching Chaos Theory Season 1 and hearing Darius said that he was in love with Brooklyn, or should I say, he is in love with Brooklyn because, well, she's not really dead. This was more like a huge, big step for me, because I was like, yes! But at the same time, at the time, I didn't saw the final episode, so I was like, oh, right, never mind, she's dead. Until that freaking post-credit scene where we saw Brooklyn freaking alive with only one hand, and I was like, yes! Now we gotta wait for is a freaking kiss scene between Brooklyn and Darius, and boom. Granted, I'm not going to declare Brooklyn and Darius as my number one favorite ship in the Jurassic franchise. If anything, it's number 2. Actually, it's technically number 3. Because number 2, that goes to frickin' Indirector and Blue. Now, I know you guys were wondering, who's at number 1? Well, it's simple, really. Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler. I like the interactions between those two characters, and I think that they are by far the best couple in the entirety of the Jurassic franchise. Yes, that means they're better than Owen and Claire, honestly. I found Owen and Claire's relationship to be somewhat of a confusing relationship. And I don't want to go into details. So yeah, Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler is number 1. Blue and Indirector is number 2. Brooklyn and Darius is obviously number 3. And I do hope that these two characters do become canon, like their relationship becomes canon whenever we get Season 3 of Chaos Theory, or maybe Season 4. I don't know how many freaking seasons they're going to do. Maybe they might do the same thing what they did with Camp Cretaceous and do a total of 5 seasons. I don't really know, because I did not, honestly, folks, before Season 1 was released, I heard that they were only going to be doing 2 seasons. But now there's flat out a big possibility for Season 3. And if that season ends with a very interesting cliffhanger, then most likely Season 4 is around the corner. As well. And considering how Season 2 came out literally shortly after Season 1, it's even more shocking. And, well, yeah, I guess you can't expect another season to come out right around the corner. But yeah, I ship Brooklyn and Darius because I like their interactions with each other. I like how one character impacts another very differently, and I like the fact that Darius was in love with Brooklyn. Or should I say, is in love with Brooklyn, because, well, she's not dead. So there's still a possibility that he is still in love with her. So, I just kind of hope that Brooklyn feels the same way. That's the one thing I hope. And I hope, for the love of God, Brooklyn does not go back in a relationship with Kenji. Kenji is just a dumbass. I hate Kenji. Like, no joke, I hate Kenji. He is by far my least favorite character in both Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory. And this is mostly due to because, well, him being a dumbass most of the time, having kinda pointless character arcs or character development, and honestly, him overreacting in very weird and very pointless ways. I think it was almost rare for me to actually like him overreacting in a very okay way. I think I mentioned this in my thoughts and opinions on Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 2 trailer video, that I actually was kinda on Kenji's side for him overreacting when he says the line of, "You knew Brooklyn was alive and you didn't tell us?" Like, that was a pretty reasonable reaction. That was the one reaction where I was like, okay, that's actually okay. That's an actual reasonable reaction. But all the other times, just no. Hell, even in Season 1, him just being freaking pissed at Darius for not showing up that night when Brooklyn disappeared, and him just getting mad at Darius was just like, really, dude? You're going back to this again? I honestly find it very pointless for Kenji to hate Darius. I honestly find it very pointless for Kenji and Darius to even be friends. Because this is like what? Like the second time? No, actually, the third time. The third freaking time he gets angry and starts hating Darius. Because the first time, he believed that Darius was willing to allow Brooklyn to be in danger so that they can erase all the files from Dr. Wu's laptop. But in reality, Darius was doing what he can to help Brooklyn. And number two, he got mad at Darius and started hating him when he and the other campers stopped his father from literally committing a dinosaur death match. And now this, I was like, okay, Kenji, you're just making me hate you even more, dude. And I'm starting to see why a lot of people prefer Brooklyn and Darius over Kenji and Brooklyn. But yeah, that's the reason why I ship Brooklyn and Darius. Like, so let me know in the comments below. Do you like this ship, or do you're just like a Brooklyn and Kenji being a thing? Me personally, Brooklyn and Darius, perfect couple. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.